I have titled my message for today, A New Kind of Love. Love is one of those words that is used very, very frequently, but also misunderstood and many times misapplied. And much of our lives, we all aspire to love people or to have people to love us. But in the process of living this love, many times we get disappointed, we get hurt, and something that is supposed to make us better ends up sometimes making our lives worse. So, a new kind of love is what we are talking about. So, let's define love. And I would define love very simply as intense affection and loyalty. You may have different definitions for it. I tried looking up so many definitions and it was very difficult to settle on one. So this, I thought, captures the idea quite well. So when we say we love somebody or we love something, it means that we have an intense affection or a deep affection for it. We care for it and we are committed to it. And this is how I would define love in my message today. So it's important that we try then to understand love. There are different kinds of love, and I will talk about three different kinds. The first kind of love is the love that seeks to fulfill its own need, or what you call self-love, love for yourself. It is a love that seeks to be happy for itself. It is the kind of love you have when you eat your favorite meal and you say, oh, I love this meal. Now, you are not showing love to the meal because you are eating it. But when you say, I love this meal, you're just saying, I love myself because I'm the one enjoying this meal. Or you listen to a piece of music and you say, oh, I love this music. You are not showing love to the music. You are showing love to yourself. You're just saying this music satisfies me, so I love it. When we express this kind of love, it is the benefit we get from the thing that makes us love it. So in reality, it is self-love. Sometimes people express that even in worship. They say, oh, I love God. And the reason why they love God is because He does good stuff for us. That is the first kind of love. It is not towards somebody else, it is towards you. So when you show that to God, you are not loving Him with all your heart, with all your might, with everything you are loving Him because He makes you feel good. All right? That's the first kind. Second kind of love. It's love that fulfills each other's need. It involves obligation. It requires that you reciprocate in an act of love. In the first kind of love, if you love your food doesn't love you back. If you love the music, it doesn't love you back. But in this kind of love, it is love that you give and you get love back. It fulfills each other's need. It's a kind of love you will call scratch my back, I scratch your back. Hand go, hand come. Quid pro quo. And most human relationships are based on this love. You do me, I do you. So it is love that says, if you want me to be nice to you, be nice to me. If you want me to treat you well, treat me well. In most human organizations, there is that kind of love. If you study every society, it is there. You do me, I do you. You treat me well, I treat you well. You're faithful to me, I'm faithful to you. You're loyal to me, I'm loyal to you. This is the kind of love that is based on reciprocity. So the first one, you are getting the benefit. You don't really care about the other person. Second one, you're getting the benefit and you give the benefit to somebody else. Then there's a third kind of love. It's the love that seeks to fulfill the need of others. It does not love because it wants a reward. It is love that reaches out to other people. It's love that goes beyond itself. It is beyond the instinct of self-preservation. So, three kinds. The first one, you love it because it makes you feel good. Second kind, you love it because it loves you back. Third, you love it because you want to love it. And it's not coming to you, it is going out of you. It is love that goes out of you to something, and there's no guarantee that you'll get it back. So we have to really figure out which kind of love we are operating in. Is it the first one where we are satisfied? Or the second one where we make somebody happy, he makes us happy? Or the third one where we are only focused on making the other person happy? And what does God, which one of these three is God's love? Is it the first, the second, or the third? I suggest to you is the third. How many of you really believe that you love your neighbor as yourself? How many of you really think that loving your neighbor as yourself is the highest kind of love? Many people would say, well, that is the highest kind of love. Okay, what if you hate yourself? If you're supposed to love your neighbor as yourself, what if you hate yourself? Then you hate everybody because you love your neighbor as yourself. Is there any love higher than loving your neighbor as yourself? So those who do not love themselves have no excuse here. You cannot say, well, nobody showed me love, so I don't show any love. So even if you don't have the capacity for love, your standard has been set. So how do we love? So the love is in two ways. First is surrender. Not our will, not my will, not what I want. It's not self-preservation. The real love that sustains everything from marriage to every relationship is this one, the new commandment, that you shall love as I have loved you. Is that easy? No. Is it possible? Yes. How is it possible? Only trusting God, asking God for grace when nothing in us wants to love. But because the Master says it, we surrender and we ask for his help and we ask for his grace, and the Holy Spirit comes and floods our hearts and lifts us up and gives us the capacity to do something that is beyond us naturally. But because this kind of love is not human, it is divine, and it's only possible through the power of the Holy Spirit.